to my channel. I am currently in my pajamas because I just got home from school, and as you can tell from out my window behind me, it's pretty late. It is currently nearly 7 o'clock at night and I've been home for about half an hour. Anyway, somehow I have managed to find time to record this video, which will be uploaded tomorrow for me, and obviously it's already uploaded if you guys are watching it. This video is called Complaints About Social Media or something along those lines. Something ridiculous, but this video is about complaints about social media. I have a list of different social media apps or things that like most I use except for like 3. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through my list that I really quickly created because some of these things really bother me and I think they should be out in the open for the rest of the world to enjoy. So one thing I really hate about Facebook, and I use this all the time, like this is my main messaging app and I still love it. Like my opinion is my opinion. It has nothing to do with anyone except maybe Facebook obviously because they have this feature, but it is my opinion, don't take it to heart, and if Facebook is somehow watching, please change this. I hate the thumbs up button. That little button that's on the side, instead of clicking send, you click that button as a response and it looks like this. No, I don't want that. I do not want that. The only time I've ever clicked that button, one time it was because it was legit because I was lame back then. This was like 3 years ago. So the only reason I've ever used that button is by accident, because I've accidentally dropped my phone or I haven't noticed and I've clicked that button and it's really annoying and it should be gone. I hate that button with a passion. It is a stupid button. No one uses it legitly, and if you do, you're probably 12. Another complaint about Facebook is that when you go on it, either on the app or on the internet, there's no order for your news feed. It is in any order possible. There is no date or time order, and it really messes with me. And I really do not like it. Like, I'll be going through and then all of a sudden I'll see this really cool post. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to tag someone in that. Look at the date, it's from like 3 years ago. It's like, excuse me, how did I get this far down? And then you go to scroll back up and you're either really far down, but not that far that you've gone past like the 3-year mark, but you're still far enough down to know you've been on Facebook for a while. In other words, I really wanted to be in timed order so I can view everything nicely. OCD with time is not good. Something else that bothers me is that if you create a group chat and you don't know what to name it or you can't be bothered naming it, you just leave it like that, which is completely fine. I am all good with that, just having like the people in it, no need to name it or anything. But when you go to find that chat again because you spoke about something good or funny that you want to show someone else and there's no name for it, you cannot find that chat if you're on the internet. I'm not sure about the app. I don't think so. Let's actually check. Yeah, on the app, you cannot get it. It does not exist once you've let that slip down into your recent messaging people. Once it is gone from there and you have not named that group, it is gone forever. Like, you have to create a new group with those same people and it is impossible to find the old one, and I really do not like that. All groups should just be automatically named to like the first letter of everyone's name or something like that, so you can find it in future, or you should just have all of your group chats available and you just click delete if you don't want to see it anymore. Limited family members. Now what I mean by this is that on Facebook you can add family members. So if you have family members on Facebook, you can put in their name, put in how they're related to you, so like they're your uncle, they're your grandma, they're your cousin, female, male, all that sort of stuff. But when you have like your great auntie on Facebook, now this only affects me, it probably doesn't affect anyone else, but I have my great auntie on Facebook. I'd like to add her in that little family bubble, but I can't because there's no great auntie little name on there. So, and there's no other, so I just have to leave her out and I feel like I'm excluding her, but there's no way to add her unless I just call her my auntie, but even then she looks way too old to be just my aunt. Moving on from Facebook, but we're going sort of back to it into messaging. So the messaging app I only have one main complaint, the rest I've kind of covered under Facebook. If you change your profile picture and you're messaging people, it's all good for a while, but most people don't go on Facebook regularly, like the actual app, unless they're bored or they need something. On the messaging app, your profile picture doesn't change for ages once you change it, and I really don't like it because it's like, I changed that for a reason. I clearly want to update how I look, and that's obviously an issue if I don't want to keep that old one because maybe I had an ex in it, maybe someone died in it. I don't know. But I don't want it the same for another month on everyone else's devices when I have changed that photo for a reason. Another app that I use that I have a complaint about is Snapchat. Now, Snapchat is generally quite good, but recently they put an update on where you can continue watching people's stories all the way through. Now, I don't really have a problem with this. When it comes to famous YouTubers I'm friends with on Snapchat, I don't really want to see their Snapchat story all the time because generally it's about pointless stuff that I don't know about and I don't really care about. When this app was first updated, I didn't know what was happening. I went to click on a story to watch it and see what was going on with this person's life. It came up with like a mini instruction thing and I didn't really know what it was, nor did it really bother me. So I quickly exited it before reading what it actually said and what I have to do. So now I have no idea how to exit someone's Snapchat without going all the way through everyone. And this is quite annoying if I don't want to watch someone's Snapchat in particular. Another thing is that the messaging, why? Why would you make it about messaging as well? I don't want it to be another messaging app, especially when it's so stupid and erases after you exited it. I don't like it and I don't approve. Now this is a bit of a stupid one and I've never actually used this website, but according to my friend and I who are actually talking about this kind of stuff, I have two complaints about Myspace. One, whoever used to use it or does use it, it's clearly too old for the internet. And two, no one knows how to use it. Twitter! I have a problem with Twitter. Now this isn't like an addiction problem. I hardly use Twitter at all because I don't really know how to, and when it restricts me to only like 150 characters per tweet, it kind of annoys me. It's like, but what if I want to say is 200 characters? Like, give me a bit more space, you're leaving me trapped. And it's often difficult to use and I find it quite boring in my newsfeed. And there's just a bunch of people. Mainly it's just people sharing links and I really don't like that and I really don't have time to click on the link and find out what it is. So I really don't like using Twitter. If you want to follow me though, feel free to. My name is JGirl25. There is a capital for the J and the G, and that's about it. Feel free to follow me. I hardly ever post on there, so I'll be very quiet in your newsfeed. It does automatically sync with my YouTube account, so when I update, you will get a post from me saying I've updated. That's all I use it for, just to get my name a little bit more out there, even though it probably doesn't. Tumblr. Recently Tumblr has added in a chat icon to it and I do not like this at all because again I didn't want it to be about talking to people. It also needs your constant attention, especially if you have a queue. Obviously if your queue is blocked up to about 100 to 200 posts, then you don't need to worry about it for a while. But if you're someone like me, I will stock up my queue to about 120 posts and then I will go on it for the next couple of days and make sure that's still up there and repost whatever I need to do. After a while, I just can't be bothered going back on and my queue slowly decreases and it's just annoying having to go on there, having to restart from scratch. Obviously, I think it's great, but I don't like how I need to constantly be on there. Also, I really hate how the hashtags are. You cannot copy and paste hashtags, otherwise it will just post all of them at once. I don't want it to work like that. I obviously want it to post all the words individually, except for something like black and white kind of thing. But you can't do that. You have to write them in every single time, and I really don't like that because it wastes a lot of my time when I could be reblogging other stuff. I tend not to post stuff that's actually from me on there because I can't be bothered with all the tags, but I need them at the same time because I'm not big enough to not worry about tags at all. Moving on, this website is a story website. Obviously you can feel free to follow me and read my stories. I don't really expect you to because it's not exactly a big website to most people. Some people haven't heard of them. It's called Wattpad. This is all about stories and getting writers out there and so they have more support with their stories, so they have a place to show them to people and get feedback about it all. But I have a problem with this as they changed the layout from what I was originally used to. They've gotten rid of how you can add tags on individual chapters of your stories. I really don't like that. Now you just have to pick 20 tags for your entire story especially if you don't have a plan like me and don't know what's going to happen. You just kind of have to guess and hope for the best. So I find that really difficult to use, and it's not available on all phones. Obviously it's not a problem for me now as I have a Samsung phone and it has an app on there for it, but my old phone, a Windows Nokia phone, it didn't have the app, so it made it really difficult to go on, and I stopped reading for a very long time. Instagram! Now, apparently this update, I don't think it's quite hit my phone yet, not sure what's happening there, or they got rid of it very quickly. Please feel free to correct me in the comments down below. But Instagram, apparently they have changed the layout to the point where it's a lot like Facebook. There is no timed order in which you see things, and I quite like that order. Apparently it's more by popularity of who you're following. If a more popular Instagrammer has posted and it's got a lot of likes, it will be at the top of your newsfeed, and so on and so forth. I follow a lot of small Instagrammers, but some of mine also are quite large, and I do like to see the small Instagrammers sometime because I like to give them support by liking their photos. I don't like how it is going to, or has already, I don't know, change this order because I quite like the timed order. Again, OCD with time. I also don't really like how the filters are kind of bad. Some of them are really good and I really appreciate them being there, especially when I'm not looking so good myself. But some of them are just really bad and I reckon it's just pointless to have them there. This infuriates me. I hate the spam accounts. The spam accounts, they used to have just the same photo over and over again, tagging whoever had recently posted and trying to scam me, obviously. Lately they have gotten really smarter and they will either, I'm not sure if they hack into other people's accounts and just use them as the person that's tagging you, or they have gotten smarter to the point where they're posting regular things like a normal Instagrammer, but they are still spam accounts, and I really, really hate that. Every time someone who looks like a spam account or has tagged me in something that is part of a spam account, I will automatically block them, and I'm so sorry if that's you and you've been victimized and hacked into tagging people into spam accounts. I'm really sorry, and I'm really sorry if I've done that to anyone and you've blocked me or something like that. But I hate it so much and I try to avoid it much as possible by blocking those accounts, obviously. Moving on, this is probably the worst one of all, and it's also linked into the following one I have afterwards, and these are the last ones. If this video is getting too long, obviously I'll edit it down. Google Plus. Need I say more? Google Plus is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't even understand how to use it, and as of connecting on from this, it has Hangouts. I don't know how to use Hangouts. Someone I used to talk to has Hangouts and they try to talk to me through there. Obviously, I don't know how to use them, so we never had a conversation. To this day, we have never had a conversation, and I've known her for about 3 years. I wish I could talk to her, but obviously I can't. I actually had the app on my phone and I thought, hey, maybe for once we can actually talk because now I have it on my phone and I might be able to do things. 1, it does not give you notifications. 2, I can't send messages to her. It's either she's shut down her account or the app is stupid and doesn't let me send them. And 3, sorry, my finger's a bit weird. It's just stupid. It doesn't work and it needs to be fixed. That is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to me and comment anything you like. Obviously, don't be mean because you make me cry. Comment anything you like, suggest videos I should do, and suggest more stuff I should complain about because I quite like doing it. I generally get on a rant with my friend beforehand. Obviously, add follow, subscribe, like, whatever, me on all of my social medias, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.